I started to feel a little bit unwell after we visited the temples, and then yesterday we kind of had a bit more of a chill day, except I did have something I want to fill you in on that happened yesterday. Me and Lauren sort of spontaneously, sort of not, we kind of knew that we wanted to get like tattoos at some point, we just didn't really know like when or really what. We had followed a few people, I don't know what my hair is doing, and a few tattoo artists in Vietnam, and we're sort of like keeping an eye on them, messaging a few of them. And then yesterday we went for our appointment, and me and Lauren both got one each. They were also running a promotion, so we got a little bit of money off. I paid 1,100,000 dong for mine, and Lauren paid just 1 million dong for her. Lauren has decided to get a little sun on her chest, and I also have decided to, well, I did decide, I've done it now. It's a lucky cat on my ankle. I'll put in some clips over here as well. We're super happy with our decision. It was spontaneous, but we're glad that we did it. And then yesterday it was also Valentine's Day, so after that, which took longer than we expected, tattoos always kind of take a little bit longer than you expect to do, we went out for some pizza at a place here in Hanoi called Pizza Belga and had amazing pizza. We took some home, and as a vegetarian sometimes I feel like there's not that many vegetarian pizza options. That place was so good. If you're ever in Hanoi, it's a little bit on the pricier side, like, well actually it's a whole pizza, £8 for a whole pizza is not that bad, but in terms of like Vietnamese prices it's quite pricey, but definitely worth it in my opinion. Today is a fresh new day, so I'm going to be vlogging today as well. We've got plans to go to the post-note cafe thing that you've probably heard about if you thought about coming to Vietnam, and then also Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a second. If you've been wondering where we're staying in Hanoi, we've booked into this place for 8 nights. If you know, we kind of ended up in Hanoi for about a week and a half, and we stayed in a place with True Travels for 2 nights before the tour ended, and then the tour ended and we moved to this place. We are staying in Serenity Diamond Hotel in Hanoi. It's small, it's basic, but also we're paying about £20 a night here, so £10 each, and I'll give you a little tour. Obviously we've been living here for like 6 days at this point. It's quite messy, but we've got a TV area, 2 twin beds, one's Lauren's, one's mine, and through here is the bathroom. This is the view as you come into the room. Like I said, quite basic, but does everything that you need it to. A little mirror in the room, which I really appreciate. This is our view out into Hanoi. Quite a good location, I think, quite close to everything. I've been quite happy with the room overall. However, the bathroom, which I'm about to show you, is so small. Literally just stepped into the bathroom, and this is all this floor space that you have. I mean, you've got the floor space in the shower, but that's a shower. So when you sit on the toilet, your knees are like hitting the wall. But like I said, can't really complain. £10 each a night, and this is the shower, which has been quite good. However, there's a missing panel in the ceiling, and when you're in the shower you can see the panel. You've got it like there. I don't know why it's off. The boiler's up there, and then there's like a little thing about to come down from the ceiling. But apart from that, everything's fine. I've been so bad at vlogging lately, so I'm going to try and vlog all day today. Like I said, we're going to this cafe for some coffee, and they do tiramisu, which I'm very excited about. It's basically a cafe that's covered in post-it notes, and like you as the customer can leave and put post-it notes on like the walls. The ceiling is completely covered. Ones from all over the world saying a wide variety of different things, so I'm excited to go and see that. That's sort of one of the things that Hanoi is a bit famous for. I've seen it in people's vlogs and things before. And then afterward we're hoping to go to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, where Ho Chi Minh himself is lying. I mean, that's where his grave is. And Ho Chi Minh was the president of North Vietnam, when Vietnam and South Vietnam, it was North and South Vietnam, and he led them into the Vietnam War and then unified Vietnam as a whole afterwards. But I think at the end of the war Ho Chi Minh was already dead, and Ho Chi Minh is why Saigon is called Ho Chi Minh City now after the war ended, but people still call it, between Saigon and Ho Chi Minh City, it's like a 50-50. Like I've even called it both things when we were there. So that is who we're going to see. It's obviously a really important person to the Vietnamese people. They all kind of look up to him and things. That's why he's got a mausoleum. We need to be covered up. If you're going to the mausoleum, it's free to enter, but you need to dress like you're going to a temple. So we've got our shoulders covered and our knees covered, and I think you also have to like leave your bags down at the entrance, and there's no filming or anything inside. So I don't think I can film any clips from inside the mausoleum, but that is our plan for today. We have arrived at the Post-it Cafe, if you cannot tell. I've ordered my tiramisu and a coconut coffee frappe. Lauren's gone for coconut coffee but hot, and red velvet. That looks really nice actually. We've got a lovely view of the lake, and as you can tell, this entire place is just covered in post-it notes. This is also only one room. There's a floor downstairs, a room in there, another floor upstairs. So many post-it notes, and they leave like 2 on each table with a pen so that we can add our post-it notes to the wall. There's also ones on the ceiling. It's just a little bit insane. How many do you think there are? There must be over 1 million, yeah. I wonder how like back it goes. There's like really deep meaningful ones, and then there's just like funny ones. I can't decide which one I'm gonna do. currently trying to get inside the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. We got a grab here and he dropped us around the corner, pointed in, tried to go in. There's guards all the way around. He was like, no, it's around the corner. Walked around the corner, there's another guard. I don't think he spoke English. He was just like, round another corner? Please let me in. This is like when we couldn't find Little Leg Hanoi and we walked around the block about 3 times just trying to get in. We have made it in. Woohoo! We had to go through a security checkpoint and put our bags through like the little thing at security at the airport that does the x-ray checks. But now I think we're free. This is massive and the grounds itself are massive, and then they have the mausoleum that you can go inside. I don't even really know where to start. All the signs are in Vietnamese. That's weird. I think the building we just walked up to was the museum, but we didn't bother like going up to the doors or anything because it looked pretty like dark inside. Lauren said she saw tourists go up and then walk away again, so we think it's closed. All the tourist shops here are closed. There's not many people. I'm a bit confused about this whole area. There's the main building, that's where he is. But the space around is just so big, and I don't know if they're trying to be like a temple. We walked into a pagoda. I don't know if they're trying to be like a tourist attraction, like a place of worship, a grave site essentially. It's like adverts on that LED TV over there. The area is not signposted very well. All we know is that there's no chewing gum allowed. We have indeed just come across a map, so I think most of it is just like open space or gardens or things you're not allowed to go and see. I think all the greys, all the stuff you're not allowed to see. There's some keys, exhibitions, wheelchair access, office, conference hall. The mausoleum is up there and the museum is in the centre and the mausoleum is there. But also there's no "you are here" signs. And there's like 3 different entrances that I can see. I don't know what entrance we came in. I don't know where I am. This is like the main runway. There's the mausoleum. Back on the main road now because the other areas were confusing. And lots of Vietnamese people are just using this space to like work out in. They keep doing laps, which I think is quite a good idea. I don't think we can get inside. Doors are shut. They don't look very welcoming. That was that then.
See him.
Here I am. At the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. And jumping to another couple of days later, I just thought I would give you my final thoughts on the mausoleum. I think I'm glad that it was free. I think I'd be a bit annoyed if I had to pay in. Obviously it's like an amazing place to visit, and like the building itself, the mausoleum itself is quite impressive. Like thinking about how someone was so important that they have been buried there is quite cool to think about. But apart from that, I found the whole thing like quite confusing. I mean, it's up to you. You've seen the clips to see what your opinions on the mausoleum are and whether you should visit it. I just thought I would also talk about, obviously I've got some eyelash extensions on. Me and Lauren went to a garden, nail and spa salon the other day and we got our eyelashes done, and we also got gel nails. So the whole process cost like £25 for gel removal of the ones that I had on before, gel on my hands and eyelash extension, and Lauren's cost about £3 more for her eyelashes to be removed before and then new ones put on again. We're all dolled up, ready for Australia, and we are actually about to leave for our flight to Australia. We're flying from Hanoi to Singapore, Singapore to Sydney. So I thought that I would wrap up the vlogs here. This is the end of the Vietnam series, the end of the Hanoi series. We've been in Hanoi 10 days. I'm quite excited to leave Hanoi. I hope that you have enjoyed these videos. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and don't forget to subscribe down below. See some Australia content from me. Bye guys.